Good morning and welcome back to the Morning Commute with Hopi living in the city. It's a somewhat cool 76 degrees today. It is Thursday and we are just getting on the road for our daily commute. I got up at 4:30, had my first cup of joe, and I got some lunch packed, or breakfast packed. The missus made some breakfast this morning, and I don't know what I was doing, but I was obviously dragging my feet a little. Ended up leaving the house around 5:35-ish. Oh, I was packing up some samples. I was packing up some samples to be sent to the lab in Tucson for analysis, and just that little task set me back a little. But yeah, happy Thursday. I hope everyone's doing well. Don't forget to tell your loved ones that you love them and you cherish them. Give them plenty of hugs, send them a text, send them a letter, send them an email, or give them a call if you can't visit with them directly. It is going to be, I think, 104 degrees today. Whoa, did you see that truck squeeze right in between those two? That trash truck and the dump truck? Man, I barely made it. This guy right here with the work truck with the service bid. It is a Crane Tech service truck. Let's see if I can squeeze in here as well. And so yesterday I continued to try and get the serial connection to fire off on the Diasorin instrument, and I sent a ticket into DI to see if maybe they could look at what could possibly be going on. And so eventually I asked the application or the clinical informatics specialist to see. I know in the documents it says that the instrument supports both a serial and a TCP IP connection, but just like with the serial connection, the TCP IP connection settings are grayed out, so a service engineer has to make those changes. So I provided the server IP and the port that we're going to be using, and hopefully they'll get that connected or configured onto the instrument today. But the weird thing is, excuse me, even though it takes a service person's login to change the settings, it doesn't take a service person's login to reset them. Because a couple of days ago when I was trying to get it connected, I think on Monday, I was able to, because I tried both TCP IP and serial and they both weren't working, so I went back into TCP IP, and I saw that we had the IP for the driver for the specific connection on the server, and the existing port we had designated, but it wasn't connecting. So I was able to hit reset connection, or reset the configuration settings for the TCP IP, and it removed the IP address that was in there along with the port number. So I provided the info yesterday, and hopefully today sometime they'll get it set up, and then I can hopefully get a successful connection, because they're doing training this week. I think today is going to be a full day, and then tomorrow, and then maybe Friday the person will fly out. And then I'm working on the ID panels for the Vitek. I sent an order over yesterday for I think it's a gram positive card, and they were still setting up the instrument and starting to do some training yesterday, but they didn't. It was the end of the day when I sent it, and I don't know if they were able to check and see whether the order was received on the instrument. If it was, then the service person can send some results back with that order number, and I can see what's coming from the instrument and make sure I have the right result codes. And then we have 5 cards that we're running on that instrument for identification and susceptibility. So I would just need to finish configuring those cards and send respective orders to the instrument and see if they're received. I also got a call from someone at San Carlos Healthcare. I think he's somewhat new there in the lab, and he was asking to see if we had any instruments connected to our LIS using the blood bank package. And I explained to him that that package has been decommissioned for some time now, and that we created a new accession area, and we named it Transfusion Services, and that's how we get our instrument data to cross into the electronic health record. Ooh, that truck came a little, that bus came a little close there. And so he was supposed to ask our supervisor how they enter their cross-match verification on new units. We did go to lunch yesterday with Joel, Josephine, the missus, and myself. We went to Indian Delhi Palace on McDowell and maybe 50-something street. We got some footage, but it was a small table, and we didn't have a great angle for the camera, and we didn't get any footage of the buffet itself. So I don't know if we're gonna put that up. We'll probably put up some pieces. Oh wow, look at that. Oh man, ouch. I hope they're okay. Everybody's rubbernecking. Wow, look at that. It's like a couple vehicles right at that. Because a lot of times people try to squeeze in at that the split for the carpool lane. One portion goes onto the 60 and the other one goes down the I-10. And sometimes people are in this lane here, and they try to squeeze over at the last minute to get onto the carpool lane, and they go across towards the 60. I've seen that a number of times, and maybe that might have been what was going on. I don't know. But expect delays if you are headed toward Tempe or Chandler on the I-10. But yeah, the lunch was really good. I got really full. I stopped before I felt uncomfortable, But then after work, when we were at the third-party DMV getting some stuff done, I felt like kind of strange because it probably was all the salt in the food, all the sodium, I should say, the sodium. But yeah, it was really, really good. I think my favorite was probably the tandoori chicken. And then after that, the dal. And then I didn't get to really try a lot of the tikka masala. Oh, the next after the tandoori was probably it's like an onion, deep fried onion kind of appetizer side or something. It's like breaded pieces of vegetable that are fried. I can't recall the term, but oh man, that was good. Lisa and I ate that up. And then we went home. Oh no, yeah, we went to, after work, we went to the third party B&B. Then we went home. And then, next thing you know, it's Thursday. May go on a little road trip this weekend. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's go listen to the radio. Let's see what's going on.
Overall menu, Erlinger says prices are up roughly 40% due to supply chain issues and wages.
ABC's Andrew Dimbert. See, it's not your imagination. 40% says the pandemic.
Yeah.
Coming up, before jurors resume deliberations in former President Trump's criminal trial today, they have some requests. The very latest coming up at 6.
Remind me to never go to a McDonald's in Connecticut. Holy back.
I know, right?
18 times. Okay, here's John Roller in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Okay, a serious crash is working. Northbound I-17 had a couple of crashes right near Northern. Taking a live look at this. DPS troopers trying to get this crash off to the right. It is still blocking the right lane, was blocking the left lanes. Already about a 4.5 mile backup of heavy slowing going northbound on I-17. Extra minutes there. Southbound I-17, curiosity factor starting from Dunlap. That earlier crash, southbound I-17 near Thomas, that is cleared away, so that backup is improving. And still working that crash eastbound I-10 just past the Broadway curve right at the US 60 eastbound transition ramp. It's still blocking the left lanes. Detour Dan up next. He'll get you to where you need to go on time. John Roller, KTAR News.
Sunny today with a high of 104 degrees. We do also have a high pollution advisory today. Clear tonight with a low of 77 and sunshine with a high of 106 for tomorrow. Your weather is brought to you by Howard Air. Whether replace or repair, call Howard Air. KTAR News Time is coming up on 5:57. And it's time for sports. Sarah Cazel's joining us now from the Parker & Sons Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical Sports Desk.
Well, Jim, the D-backs now have lost 4 of their last 5. Yesterday, it was a 6-1 loss to the Texas Rangers. And that
absurd situation. We are so far beyond what was agreed in 95 and re-agreed up to 2005. You cannot fix this. You need a totally new system.
The most obvious question when it comes to the Palestinian economy is around the utter destruction in Gaza. How does an economy recover from that?
Yeah, the numbers are staggering. Firstly, a political result from this war would make people want to recover. And we're going to have a major problem with mass trauma of 2 million Palestinians that will need more than just a little bit of money and a good plan. This is going to require a collective effort on behalf of the Palestinian people. So money, a political horizon, political unity. And fourthly, innovative schemes. I mean, there's something, for example, called universal basic income. So I would say we start there, in a sense. $3.34 billion, which is what you're spending on aid every year anyhow, and relief. And let people rebuild communities, rebuild lives, rebuild their occupation. You're going to have to do something like that if you want a decent, humane recovery. Otherwise, it's going to be in fits and starts, and it's going to take years and years and years if those conditions that I mentioned are not in taking place.
Raja Khalidi is Director General of the Palestine Economic Policy Research Institute. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And tomorrow, we'll have a look at what the war has meant for the Israeli economy. Listen live here, or it'll be streaming online at marketplace.org. You can also find all of our coverage on this topic. In New York, I'm Super Benishore with the Marketplace Morning Report. From 8 p.m., American Public Media.
And here on member-supported KJCZ, FM Phoenix, and HD Service.
All right, everyone, have a great day. And comment below. Let me know what you're doing this weekend and your favorite type of food and your favorite restaurant for that food. Or if you make it at home, share your recipe.